So let me reread this. It says that Katrina is a botanist that works on two types of pear trees. Type A produced 20% more pears than Type B did. Based on Katerina's observation, Type A produced 144. Okay, so we know that A produced 144. Do we know how many B produced? No. So when we don't know, we call it X. Okay. Well, how can that be produced? Well, we know that 1 times X plus, and when they say B, it did 20% more than B. So that's where I kept making my mistake, is that B, whatever B is, you have to add 20% to that. And that will equal A. Right? So whatever my number for B is, if I add 20% to that number, the number of B, that should equal whatever A is. So if I add this up, I've got 1.2x is equal to 144. So then I would divide by 1.2, divide by 1.2. These cancel and I get x, which represents the number of pairs, is 144 divided by 1.2. Where I kept making my mistake was I kept trying to figure out what A was. They told me what A was, and I was trying to figure out what's 20% of A, what's 80% of A. That's not what the question is asking. So it was really a matter of understanding the question. And as I would get about halfway into the problem, I realized, no, that's not what they're asking. That's not right. Anyways, the answer is 120. Which is B. Now, what that means is if I take 120, right, and then I multiply that by 0.20, that gives me 20% of 120. So if I say 120, which is how many pairs I have, plus 0.2 times 120, guess what I get? 144 total. So we do find 20%, but it's 20% of a number we don't know yet. So we had to do it. I think a student said we got to find 20%. Well, we do, but we didn't know originally what the number was. Does that make sense? We wouldn't take 20% of 144. 144 was the sum of all this math, okay, which involved 20% of a number we didn't know. Okay, let's move on to the next question.